down and 2 hours to go. Your boy Anthony Gallo on the fan all the way till 6 a.m. on this 4th of July morning. We've talked Mets. We've talked Yankees. We've done a little Knicks. We'll get to more of that. We've done some food, as always, with me. And the lack thereof, because somebody decided not to bring matzo ball soup for me. But I'm wearing a U.S. men's national team jersey, and it wasn't planned this way. I wore it patriotic. I like the jersey. And I normally, that's most of my red, white, and blue, like, patriotic stuff happens to be U.S. soccer jerseys. But I have to talk about this. The World Cup is coming in 2 years. We have a boost in soccer in this country. There's excitement for people in my age group, millennials and Gen Z. The sport is as prevalent as any other sport in this country. And with a grand stage, the Euros going on in Europe and Copa America going on in the U.S., you have a grand stage here. You have the men, the U.S. men's national team hosting Copa America, which is on the level of Euros when it comes to, it's not as good, but it is up there. Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, these, football powerhouse, soccer powerhouses. And we lay an egg on a national stage. And for me, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable because you brought a manager back who failed to do anything in the World Cup with a super talented group. You brought a manager back who was essentially a nepotism hire because of his brother being a part of the U.S. Soccer Federation. You have a guy who was unqualified to begin with. You have a guy who plays a unambitious style of soccer and has essentially failed. Multiple controversies around him, and there's still the question, are they going to bring him back or not? And it's an unequivocal, he needs to be fired. And yes, the players need to be held accountable too, because they've been coddled. They've been brought up in a system that has coddled them, but this is exactly why you need to fire this man and bring in someone who is going to get the job right. And I don't trust the U.S. Soccer Federation to get that done. They are a joke. We are a laughingstock when it comes to the world of soccer, and we shouldn't be that way. The amount of money, the resources we put into this squad, the facilities we are building, the growth the MLS has had, the growth women's soccer has had in this country, and we also hold the women to a much higher standard. And we need to stop with this just getting by nonsense, getting out of group stages. All of this, it's pathetic. It's a loser mentality. It is unbecoming of a great nation like ourselves, a nation that is elite when it comes to sports. And there's no reason why we cannot compete in this sport. Yes, our youth system is a mess. It has made strides. It is still too much pay to play. The U.S. Soccer Federation is a joke. Matt Crocker should resign. He's not going to. They fired they let a manager's contract run out and then spent 7 months trying to find a manager just to hire the same guy. And it's been the worst stretch of U.S. soccer in my lifetime. And that includes missing the World Cup in 2018. It's a joke. Gregg Berhalter is a joke. He's an unqualified manager. And a lot of guys in the media protect him because they're friends with him, because they have ties to the MLS, because they have ulterior motives. And it has to end. The media, the fans are all sick. And I am a supporter. I am not, yes, I am in the media right now. This is new. I invest in this. I care about the sport. I care about the growth of the sport. I invest in the domestic league. I am a season ticket holder of NYCFC. I invest in youth programs. I spend my money. I buy jerseys. I care. I watch every game, as meaningless as it is. They could be playing Turks and Caicos, and your boy's watching it. And there's a lot of people I know, I swear, after the update, we'll get right back to everything else. I promise you, so hang tight. I know most of you don't want to hear this. But just like I tell you, you're my therapist, or I'm your therapist when it comes to sports, I need you guys to be my therapist right now. It hurt. It hurt like the Knicks losing Game 7. Eliminated in this group stage, that's what it hurt like. It was my 1-year anniversary with my girlfriend. It did not ruin that night because I did not let it. But it almost ruined a special night for me. It definitely ruined the next day. And I'm sick of it. We should be aiming higher. And you know what? They've killed all momentum going into 2026 when the World Cup is here. The casual fan that you need is not going to care. And if you bring back Gregg Berhalter, you may kill this program. You may not kill the sport in this country, but you might kill this program. The time is to act now. They need to get their heads out the sand. They need to stop caring about being wrong. You'll be far more respected if you put your hands up and say, we got it wrong. And don't tell me the window's too short. When an American coach in Jesse Marsh got hired a few weeks before Copa America and Canada has a chance to make it to the semifinals, facing a very beatable Venezuela, who's red hot right now, but a very beatable team. It's a joke. It has to change. And a lot in the media protect this guy. They protect the U.S. Soccer Federation. A lot of prominent names. Fox could not have done a worse job in putting together a broadcast for both the Euros and the Copa America. Outside of a few guys, up until that elimination, they've protected this guy. He's gone through a domestic violence controversy. He's had a soccer mom controversy. Think about how embarrassing that is. There's a lot of money tied into the World Cup. There was a lot of money tied into this, and they priced out the fans. You hear Weston McKinney complaining that there's not enough U.S. fans. Of course there isn't, because you're charging $400 for the U.S. versus Bolivia. It's a joke. It has to end. The U.S. needs to do the right thing, look themselves in the eyes, and fire Berhalter. And if they don't, he should resign. He's not going to. I'm not an idiot. He's getting paid a lot. But it's Berhalter out. Hashtag Berhalter out. Get this clown out of here. Do the right thing. There's still time to salvage this group of guys. A very talented group of guys. They've won nothing. They've accomplished nothing. They haven't shown up, and they need someone that's not going to coddle them. They need to light a fire under their rear ends. And I don't care if they like the manager. How many times have we seen people win? Reggie Jackson tried to fight Billy Martin in the dugout. One of the best Yankee teams ever. Phil Jackson beefed with everyone. One of the best NBA coaches ever. Do the right thing. Make a change before you lose whatever support you have and effectively kill the men's national team. Because if you go in there and you bring this guy back and they slip up and they don't get out of a group stage in the World Cup, oh my God, and not the good one like Jose Iglesias. A disaster. I promise that's the last of my ranting. I will do more of it on X if you want to find me there or on my YouTube page. Just search Anthony Gallo. It's the official Anthony Gallo YouTube page. Uninspiring YouTube page. But we'll get back to the Mets. We'll get back to the Yankees. I see your calls, Eric and John. 888-808-1019. Reach out to me on social media. We'll do some Knicks. I still got to get to the Giants. All that. So much more on the Fan. 4th of July. Till 6 a.m. Anthony Gallo back after this.